Ajegule, popularly known as AJ City, is a town in Lagos State, Nigeria. Ajegule in the Yoruba language means a place where riches dwell. But this seems to be in contrast with the realistic look of Ajegule, which is often seen as a slum or ghetto of Lagos State and described as the birth home for criminals. This is where Akin was born. Akin was born into a family of 7, a father, mother, and 5 children, with Akin as the last child. Akin had lost his father when he was only 2 months old. His father, who was a driver, had an accident on his way back from the east, leaving his mother to cater for 5 children alone. Bumi, Akin's mother, was a petty trader who sold pepper, tomatoes, and onions in a little kiosk in front of the compound where they lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. After the death of Akin's father, the family was forced to move into a 1-room apartment in a Face Me, I Face You building. As a result of spending a lot of time with his mother in her store, Akin knew a lot about basic calculations, though he had never stepped foot into any school. Akin wanted badly to go to school. He would often admire other children who went to school. One day, Akin asked his mother why he didn't attend school. His mother told him that she could only afford to send his eldest brother, the first son of the family, to school. She believed that when the first son, Femi, graduates from school, he would help ease the responsibilities of the family, and maybe by then, Akin would go to school. His other sisters, Wumi, Biola, and Bisola, would learn a trade and get married. Akin was not happy at this, but there was nothing that he could do about it. He met a lot of persons from the time he spent with his mother at the store. A retired professor who studied mathematics often came to the shop to buy things. He liked Akin a lot because he was hardworking and didn't mingle with other ghetto boys. Akin often visited the professor in his free time. One day, Akin overheard his mother and brother arguing. Apparently, Femi had impregnated a girl. Femi was just in his first year in the university and could hardly take care of himself, talk more of taking care of someone else and a child. Chima, the girl Femi impregnated, visited that evening with her angry parents. They left after an hour, leaving Chima behind. Akin heard from his sister Bisola later that Chima's parents insisted Femi must marry Chima. They never wanted to see Chima again, as they termed her a disgrace for getting pregnant for a Yoruba boy instead of concentrating at school. While the family was sad over the situation, all Akin could think of was the hope of him ever going to school dashed to pieces. Even Femi was likely going to drop out to find work to fend for his new family. He knew he had to do something about his situation, or else he would be left behind to live in the ghetto for the rest of his life. So he started visiting the professor more often to spend time with him. Akin loved the feeling he always got whenever he made calculations at his mother's shop. To him, he was solving riddles. During the time that Akin spent with the professor taught him a lot about mathematics. By the time Akin was 15 years old, he had learnt a lot from the professor. In fact, he could solve mathematical problems some lecturers at the university dreaded. Akin also learned how to read and write from the professor. One evening, while playing football with some of the ghetto boys, he overheard them talking about a mathematics competition with a cash prize of 1 million naira for the winner. Akin was interested, but one needed to be a student of a secondary school to be able to register. Akin at 15 had never seen the 4 walls of a classroom. Akin asked the boys who attended school what it would take to get enrolled into a school. They mentioned school fees, books, and uniform. Akin, who saw the competition as an opportunity to improve the standard of living of his family, was determined to raise the money just to partake in the competition. Akin worked at the market carrying load for people day and night. Soon he raised money, but no school wanted to enroll him. First, they didn't trust in his ability to win the competition, and they didn't have his academic records. Secondly, they wanted their own students whom they have groomed to participate. Akin's hope were dashed once again.